Here's my vlog for the second. I think it's the second. It's a Sunday. It's like 5:35, 5:40 in the morning. Yeah, I just finished adding the page numbers to the chapter of Sophocles. But as I was doing it, on book 5, that was 250 instead of 200. I saw 240, so I added 40 more, counted it, and then I saw that I miscounted and it was actually 250. So I had to then make sure that the numbers were right, going back, and I was like, my God. But I finished it, uploaded it. Thought it was going to take forever to upload, to open. It took 15 minutes, so that wasn't bad. But then it took 17 minutes to paste the menu. But yeah, then it went up. So then I went to see what the next book is, because I'm just doing it down the line. I do have to fix, I think, a couple of bugs, some things on some books. Like, yeah, dude, can't believe how many, problems there are, dude. I thought, because I've done the sweep through a bunch of times, and thought the last time I did it I fixed it, but it's like, wow. But my Oceania origin story page has a bunch of Native American tales from Alaska and America, so I don't know what that's about. So I have to go and take that and move it into the American one. And then Karl Marx Capital, I lost book 5 and 6, but then I think I saw it. So that's cool. Put that back in, fix that. So there's 2 books I have to fix, but that's before. And then, yeah, it's Herodotus Histories. So, yeah. It has a bunch of chapters. Currently, I'm just trying to open it on Dreamweaver. It's just spinning around. I'm surprised it's taking so long. I should have timed it, actually. It's been 15 minutes already or more. Because Herodotus isn't that big, but it has a lot of chapters. It has 8 books, I think. It's 850 pages with the 8 books, but each book has a couple hundred chapters or something. Yeah, I wanted to see how many chapters it was. I could look on the computer, but that's why it's probably taking a long time. So I have to go and count that. So that'll be fun. But I'm not going to. I'm surprised I didn't do it, and it also didn't have the rainbow title on it either. It had an yellow title. So but I'm not going to do that today. I'm only opening it. I don't need it to open. It could take forever. I was just opening it, and then, well, when it does open, I'm going to copy the menu, put the menu on a page, and then take the second menu, the book, put that on its own page, so then I can then get started with the counting. But I'm not going to actually get started. I'm just going to set it up, because today I'm not going to get to work on my site today, which is a bummer. I hate when I can't work on my site. I have to do other stuff. I have to, my roommate left. I have to get another roommate. I have to box up his stuff. He left a bunch of stuff here, so I have to box it up. Find a box at the store. Maybe I'll go there when they open at 6 or 15 minutes. And then, the phone's pointed to the right. If my head is to the side tomorrow, I'll do it straight up and down. I'm just curious. I had it pointed to the left yesterday, and I was completely upside down. So, the phone's fine, pointed to the right, and then all of a sudden I'll be sideways, and I'll know what to do. Yesterday I pointed it to the left and that didn't work. If it's sideways today, I'll just have it up and down. But anyway, it took a lot of work to finish Sophocles. Like I was just I mean, I'm happy with how I worked so hard, but and then I hit those 2 false stomachs, which was crazy. But yeah, it was what allowed me to get done, you know. That's what the goal was, to get done. And now it's kind of becoming daylight, like 6. I want to be done by 6. And it's next project. Your Herodotus isn't even open yet, so. So anyways, what I have to do today is a lot of goddamn things. I have to box my roommate's stuff, put it in the basement, and then I have to clean the place, and it's total mess for like the next roommate I show it for. And then I have to pull all the stuff off the wall here in my bedroom. So when the guy comes tomorrow, an electrician, he could go, he could get behind this to replace it and get over there to replace it. Oh, and I have to pull that one out so we can get back to that one and clean my room too. And then, yeah, clean like the deck and everything. And then I have to do, pay taxes, pay credit cards, oh my God, yeah, so, whatever. So then, day after, tomorrow, I guess, hopefully, will be the day that, oh, and then I have to take a bunch of pictures again, unless I can find the file that I had the photos before, but I'll take them again and what it looks like now. Yeah, pictures of the apartment, and then find places to make ads and do ads for a roommate. So, that's what I have to do. I don't know. Maybe I'll get done earlier or whatever and work on the website. So, I don't think so. Yeah, I was trying to watch Megan while I was working, just trying to kill time. Oh, but yesterday, finally, I started listening to decades on Wikipedia. I use my random number generator that goes from 0 to 200, and whichever one it chooses, I read it, and I did the 1340s, which was pretty big. I was surprised. That was when the Black Death started. A lot happened in the 1340s. Like, in the beginning of the 1340s, their economy was doing really well, and they were starting to, like, build all of these cathedrals. It was the very beginning of the cathedral, but then, like, that's when the Black Death came and just cut it out, so. But, and then I did the 1970s, which is huge, so. But yeah, I want to get in the habit of doing that because it's really interesting. A couple of points I did have trouble last night. I did have trouble keeping my eyes open, which normally doesn't happen at night. It happened yesterday during the day for a bit. That's how I get my sleep. I get my sleep usually during the day, like from 11 in the morning until like 4 or 5 at night or whatever. I don't sleep 8 hours. It's more like if I fall asleep at 10, you know, I wake up at 3. If I fall asleep at noon, I wake up at 5. So it's kind of like 5 hours. And it's just like laying there and not being able to keep my eyes open. And so I did have a nap last night, where I just kind of put the computer down and just kind of do like this and fall asleep until I wake up. Yeah. So, but right now, like, if I still had work, God, I hope my computer doesn't crash. I'm surprised with how long it's taking Herodotus to open. It's been like 25 minutes already. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, if I was working right now, dude, I would be working my ass off because I am not groggy at all, not in the least. I'm wired. Oh, and that's an interesting thing that I was thinking yesterday because at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, that's when I was having my nap. No, I was trying to work and I couldn't keep my eyes open. It was like 4 and 5, and I remember thinking to myself, man, every day at 4 and 5, I can't keep my eyes open. Why is it that every day at 4 and 5 in the morning, I'm wired? I'm totally wired at 4 and 5 in the morning. But every day at 4 and 5 in the afternoon, I'm like, it's like this bizarre schedule that my body insists on being awake at night, but that's fine. I don't, it's just interesting. So anyways, I'm going to open up my curtains and the windows, and yeah, this is the night, one of my favorite times of day, because I get to just, there's no responsibility, you know, I get to just relax. Maybe I'll see some more of the Megan movie. I stopped because because the TV only showed the top half of the movie. I was like, do I have the settings wrong? So I looked around, I was like, so let's see. I played another movie, like part of Creed 2, but that was fine. So then I turned Megan back on, and Megan was back to normal. But also, I was listening to it with my earphones that aren't Apple, and they kept cutting out, so I just gave up. That's when I started listening to the Wikipedia. But anyway, enough talking. I'm going to open my windows and my curtains because it's daytime, and then it'll be 6 pretty darn soon. Like, what time is it now? Holy schnitz. Oh yeah, it's 5:35 for 39 now. So I get 21 minutes until the store opens, in which I go to there and I'm gonna go get me an energy drink because that's just what I do. Last night, you know, I had like a couple energy drinks yesterday. Last night I went in for my energy drink, but instead of getting $1.31, I got C4 because they have niacin and I wanted to buzz my skin, and that was balls. But they're, you know, they're like $3.30, which isn't, I guess, that much more. But maybe I'll get one now. But like, man, I'm out of shape, you know, like old and out of shape. So like, I don't like walking around and doing house chores and stuff while I'm groggy. But if I'm too groggy, here's the kicker though. If I'm too groggy to walk around and do house chores, that means I'm also like relaxed enough where I could just lay down and be like, well, fuck it, and just lay here. But that's when I'm like have enough energy to work on the website, and I can't just start working on the website. But maybe I should. Maybe that will be my strategy. To not do anything today, because it's fucking Sunday, dude. Like, if you're a Christian and you follow your Lord and Savior who died of cross, why would you work on Sunday? That's like, isn't that like slapping the Lord and Savior in the face? So maybe I should just make my only responsibility for tomorrow be to just have my house clean enough for Hound Dog to come over and get in my house and do the rest and supervise him as he does the rest of the stuff and make sure that everything's done. I think what one wasn't done that was behind the permo cage. I put a permo cage that you can't move less than a year ago, ferret cage, and then just my luck, less than a year later they have to replace it. So anyway, so they didn't. Hopefully it won't cause a goddamn building to burn down. You know what, that's what I think I'm gonna do, because I'd prefer to just work on my own schedule, and if I have to be up for some dude at 9 o'clock in the morning, he was supposed to be done yesterday, but he just left. He said, I guess he told my mom he tried to get in my room, but it was locked. Didn't say anything. He knocked. I didn't hear anything, but that's fine. I don't care. If they want to spread it out. But like,
if I can do everything on my own schedule, that means I don't have to, maybe it's just, I just let him go. I don't have to worry about him, and also just just a random reason to postpone, because I'm super on a roll, happy that I finished. I think it was Sophocles in 2 days, but I had some extras on it, and it took forever to load at one point. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this. The Herodotus. See, the thing about how Google Earth is, am I like falling off of my pillow? The thing about Google Earth is that Google Earth and computers, I guess. Google Earth is a computer is much more of a little bitch than me. A computer will be like, "Are we there yet? I'm tired. I give up. No more." So basically, what I'm saying is like, if you're working on Dreamweaver too long and you do a book, if you do like a particularly big book that involves lots of spinning around and pasting and blah blah, and then you try to do another one after that, it'll straight up crash on the next one. Like it'll be like, you need to restart me. The program and the computer need to be restarted. And you wouldn't think that you would have to do that, with the computer program. You just close it and then open up a new project. But if the project that you were opening or on was open for like 12 hours and you're working on it for like 2 days straight or whatever, yeah, it won't just move to the next big ass project unharmed, uninjured. It'll get its feelings hurt. And I think that might be what's going on. But anyway, I'm like astonished with how many fucking boo-boos these are having. Like, I missed that I only had it to 200 on book 5, and then it turned out there were 40 more, but it was actually 50 more because it got to 233 to 243. Or 233 and then back to 223, so it added 10. With me just being a bonehead and never catching it. Now I am like, I don't let anything get by me. That's one thing that's kind of like the main difference between me now and when I first started making the website 20 years ago, is that back then, stuff could get by me. But now, nothing gets by me. I make sure everything. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what is after Herodotus in terms of phase 1, because phase 2 is going to be there's actually 3 phases. Phase 2 is when I do batch editing to add the time to the pages, which is when I would just cut out all of the menus of all of the books that I have, and I'm going to have them all open together, each with their own page, but it's just the menu of the book. And then I'll do a batch edit every open document, because when you do it with the open documents, if something goes wrong, you can back up, because I would check after every time I do it. And yeah, just batch edit every time I do those conversions, so that I don't, because there's going to be so many, thousands and thousands and thousands, literally 2536 just in one book, Sophocles, and then it was 1300 just in one of the Mahabharatas, I think, and it was or the Rig Veda. So all in all, you're talking at least 10,000. I should count it just to know. So yeah, for me to do that one at a time, yeah, if I do it, and so each time I change one, it'll do hundreds, so that'll save time, and then paste those in, and then I have to do phase 3, which is where you paste that information onto the actual body, and that's the part that I need if I'm going to get hooked on having the phone read to me. that's a major, major revelation of 2023 is how addictive listening to a book is when you have it set up like the way that mine is, because it's easy as pie, and it does it in good chunks. And it's good to read chapters knowing how many pages there are and how long it'll take to get through. And yeah, you just want to do one right after the other with my site. And it's going to look really awesome when you do it with the images, you know, like phase 4, which I'm not going to do, but if I did, it would be adding images of all the books, and there's a zillion you could do. And I have Envato, so I'd get a whole bunch from Envato and pop those on Flickr and then on there, and that'd be, wow. That'd be cool. That'd take forever, though, so that's like at the end. I'd circle back around. I'd do everything before I'd circle back around to that, and I wouldn't get back to that for like more than a year. But because what I'm going to do is then fix the images, you know, on my education page and get it so that it's sized right and get those images right. I couldn't upload some, and I don't know why. Maybe it was a problem with the computer, so I could try that again. Could be like maybe some kind of a glitch with Dreamweaver, because that was going on the other day. That's why when you go to the education page on my site, you see on the timeline, like there's a bunch of images that the images isn't there. It's like the empty image. It's because those images wouldn't upload, even though the name of them is like totally basic. They're tiny little 20 by 20 pixel images with a name like 5,000, like 500 or whatever. Like, wouldn't upload. So, and I tried, like, restarted it, and I just didn't know what the hell. So I'll try to do it again. And then that'll get it all resized. And then on the timeline, because this was such a time-consuming section. It was like a month or something, where I'm doing these page counting on these books and looking at the books, and so it's like if I'm gonna throw a whole, and it was worth it because it has real effect on my life, my daily life, because now I can get hooked on listening to the book because I have the page number and the time that I can, and it's also a little game, like I said before, trying to make it the same as what it's predicted. This I use like a fast setting on Apple, but which my Apple's broken, by the way. The lady was gonna help me when I called Apple. She's like, hang on, and I'm waiting for like 10 minutes. She never came back, just silent, so I hung up. And the other guy was going to help me, but I was at my mom's house, and they couldn't do screen share. It wasn't working, so. But yeah, I can't adjust the speed on my Apple computer, but when I could, it was 50 seconds a page, 50 seconds for 250 words, and the closest I can get on my phone is slightly faster, so like, if it's 525, like 20 seconds faster, so like, I can't remember what, it's like 6% faster, so which is a good speed. So anyways, that's just what I keep in mind when I look at the time, you know. That's kind of what you have to do, unless you have a Mac, I guess, and you set it to the same. I should have done a screen capture to show what setting it is. After I get it fixed, I'll do that, what it looks like, and to put it on the site. But anyways, that's enough talking. 23 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to lie down and wait until 6 comes on. I love the mornings, dude, when the birds start tweeting. Reminds me of, like, I just had, like, a memory flash of, like, when I was a kid, when I was, like, 6. And getting up in the morning and being like, oh, birds and stuff, whatever. Yeah, man, I just smoked as much weed as I could before I did this video, because I was just sitting around waiting for that thing. And I was like, oh, do your video. So maybe I'll smoke some more weed, but my lungs, I actually have an asthma, I won't do it. Yeah, I'm going to lie down. It's time for me to lie down. Maybe watch a little bit of the Megan movie. Have some minutes left on that, and then go in and get the energy drink, if I have the energy. And then I might abandon that, actually. In fact, I might abandon that. I might force quit. When I look at the status, when I look at force quit, it's going to say that it's a non-responsive program. But that's not something that I rely on, because it says non-responsive, and then that'll go away, and then it'll come back to life.
But actually, I'm going to let that just try to open because I have other things that I need to do. Maybe that's an omen. You know, I should just do the house things. But if I force quit, I could force quit it and then restart the whole computer and then try to open up a Herodotus again and then get to work. Because I was on a really good roll, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the house stuff today because this thing isn't opening. So anyways, enough babbling. Yeah, I'm going to try to do more Wikipedia reading for the history stuff because that's... I have this thought that just goes, dude. I swear to God, it's like God's talking to me. It's like a recurring thought. Like it's not even my thought. It's a recurring thought that I have all day long. And I mean, more lately, I've been thinking it more, but I've been having it. And it's the mantra, take the test, right? I'm going to make a t-shirt and everything. And so you just come at people aggressively and you say it. And so it's the biweekly history test, the thing that I'm doing now, where you hit the random number generator 1 to 200. I'm doing 80 now. And then you read the Wikipedia, you know. The test would be to try to say what it is. So I just have to listen to that over and over. And this is like, if I have that mantra, like I'm going to have to say that. Like that's going to be the thing that I have to say to everybody. Really aggressively. But I can't do it unless I'm doing it myself first. Like if I never do it myself, I can't do it. I can only do it if I do it myself. So, and that starts by listening to it. So, but it's really fucking fascinating, dude. You should try it. Because Wikipedia is written really well, and it's really long. You can't, like with 70s, you can't select the whole thing. I went from bottom to top. Took a while. I was actually working for like a minute or more, just holding my thumb on the top as it was scrolling to the top naturally. And with the other hand, I was doing the work with my computer, the copying and pasting. And when it finally got to the top, this is a page that I can't remember, but it takes like an hour and 45 minutes or something to get through. Reading at 50 minutes a page. I mean, it's like 100 pages. The 70s of Wikipedia. So I was just looking at it, and the part where it said speak never came. You know, it was too big. So I was like, all right, abandon, and the page was frozen. And then, of course, I saw on the bottom speak, but it was too late. I had abandoned it. So, but it doesn't matter, because then I just listened to it in the sections, which you expand, you know, like politics, culture, technology, this kind of thing. And yeah, you just do them section by section. That's how I did it in like 5 or 6 sections. And yeah, but the 1340s in one, and it's just super interesting. I'm going to get hooked on it. So I'm glad I'm finally remembered about that. You know, that's the problem. I keep forgetting about it. But because yesterday I was trying to do a lot of my brain wasn't working right to listen to stuff. I wasn't listening to something on Audible yesterday. Can't remember though. I can't listen to a Gibbon on Audible because it's too big for Audible. It's 8,800 pages. It's 3.5 gigabytes, 3.8 gigabytes. And it played for only like an hour. So I had to delete it, and then I had to delete Audible. And then it played for like 30 minutes. And so I'm trying to delete it because it won't play, but it won't even delete now. So it's kind of funny. I can have my computer read it to me. It's not a big deal. But, you know, maybe my next phone or whatever. Maybe I could call Apple and see if they can help me figure it out. Anyways, let's keep this under half hour. Talk to you tomorrow.